Welcome to Oldsbob 455, working on a 2011 3500 Silverado today. We got plain steering box, so I ordered an AC Delco steering box. Turns out there's two part numbers. I called the dealership, got the part number for my truck, so I should have the correct steering box here for it. There's a little play in the pitman arm, so I'm gonna put a new pitman arm on it too. All new shocks, I'm not gonna bore you with that, but I am gonna put a steering stabilizer on it. I started by taking the mud flap off and the wheel well out. This is where we're at. I'm going to take off this air pipe. This truck had a vibration. I think it might have been coming from right there. Before I do anything, I took both of my battery terminals off, the negatives. Let's watch another video. The guy's real worried about tripping his airbags, and probably a valid worry. I'm just going to loosen up this nut right here on the bottom. Let's even get this pipe out so we can get those lines down there. I got both sides of that tube off and its appearance. Then I'm going to get that out through the top. So I'll lower the truck down and do that. Looks like this tube here is rubbing in about maybe 5 or 6 spots. There are the fittings on top of the power steering box. You can see them now. It looked to me like that tube was really rubbing right here. So I might put something on it, like some rubber or something, when I put it back in. I really don't know how I'm going to get that out of there. I might have to drop this front sway bar. But I think I'll take the skid plate off to access that pitman arm a little bit easier. I'll probably have to use 2 wrenches here to get that off. I got the nut off, and this piece pretty much just fell apart. It looks to me like we either need a new center link or center link bushing. I can feel a little bit of play in that pitman arm. I think I'll get some new end links. Take the sway bar off in preparation for ordering a new center link or bushing. And I'm looking at this, and that's probably where the majority of my play was coming from that center link. My new center link came in. This is a AC Delco piece. I'll show you what's kind of cheesy about it. This bushing is only bonded in 2 spots, so it's a no wonder that thing came ripping out. I don't know, maybe it's bonded all the way around the edge here. I don't know. Also bare steel. I wiped it down with lacquer thinner and metal etched, primered it, and squirted it with a spray bomb. I pretty much just put genuine GM parts on, that or Moog, when it comes to steering components. I've already replaced all 4 shocks. Fronts weren't even bad, but the backs were. And I went through the receipts and I've replaced every single steering component in this now, except for the lower control arm bushings. It looks like if I just pop it off that idler arm and these 2 tie rod ends, I can get this whole steering linkage out as one piece. So I got my front end service kit out here. I'm gonna use this one. It looks to be like a pitman arm puller to pop that idler arm taper free. I always oil these threads. Here's the money shot. Like butter. So you can see what's left of the bushing in the 2 spots where it was connected. So there's definitely play happening here. So these are new, I believe these are new too, Moog. So this is threaded into there. We're not gonna even screw with the adjustment. We're just gonna try to take it right off the center link.
There it goes. It's probably Loctite on there or something.
Should we turn this vise back a little?
If I can just turn it on by hand.
At this point. Loctited that when I put it in. I watched another video where the guy took this bolt out and was able to get that steering box out with this, I don't know if you call it intermediate shaft or what. He's very concerned about this going in and out and setting off airbags. So the batteries are disconnected. I'm gonna take this bolt out and we'll see what happens. That's out. I did mark this shaft how it was on there. Looks like the low pressure one is towards the rear of the truck. It's got a clamp on it. And then the high pressure one's in front. Marked it with an F. Kind of chiseled off all the dirt with a screwdriver, blew it off with compressed air. I'm just trying to get all the dirt off those fittings. I don't want to get any dirt in the new steering gear. All right, we have a crow's foot line wrench on there. And my partner's gonna try to break it free from the top. Oh yeah, like butter.
Should have come right out now.
Yeah, we'll just do the rest of the wrench. We're trying this guy with the same setup but with a swivel. Yep, broke it free. Alright, we'll take these 3 bolts out and then see what happens. Yeah, ready? So I held that column with a vice grip, and then my partner tapped down on the intermediate shaft with a punch, and then we got it to free up. You can see I got the front sway bar off here. It looks like she might just come right out the front. So we took this out with the steering wheel straight in the truck, and I marked it, and I got it in a bucket here. And to the right I got 1, 2, and a little bit more. If I go back to center, the other way we got 1 and like a half. So maybe it wasn't perfectly on center. So what we'll do is we're going to put the shaft on the new box and get it towards 2 turns one way and 1.5 the other. Mark it, and we'll put the pitman arm on in the same position. You can see this end of the center link still on the pitman arm. You need this nut. This is not the right socket. Good luck doing this job unless you got big tools. Not recommended to do this. We are flushing out the power steering system. Steely with the bolt. Only goes on there in one direction. I think I'll put a little Loctite on this. To put our marks on here, we got our 2 rotations one way, 1.5 the other. And we're gonna put the pitman arm facing the same basic direction. And there's thick splines on here. It's like quadrants, so maybe it could go on 4 different directions. But we're gonna have it pointed up. Something about this truck too is I noticed you cannot get this pitman arm off with the steering box in the truck. So if you're replacing your steering box, you're going to want to replace your pitman arm. Loctite on there. I'm never doing this job again. I just need to get 4 more years out of this truck, and then at that point in my life, hopefully I'm looking at buying a brand new one. Now when we stick this in there, we're going to make sure that wheel is pretty much straight. Hands on deck. We had one guy in the cab holding the wheel straight, one guy fishing in the tube to the shaft, and then
It was kind of like I was doing an artificial insemination on a horse. I had to guide it in because it was catching on stuff.
And then I put this box up and bolted it in, and we just slipped our steering linkage back in. We're gonna send all that home. Just realized we gotta reuse this disc. It goes in the bottom like a sandwich.
Right. There's no way you can screw up either because it doesn't work without it.
Got that landed, everything's all greased up, landed. We did add a steering stabilizer shock to this. I called the dealership and asked them if the truck came with one from the factory, and they said no. Bracket was already on the truck. Should help out with these big tires.
My final comments is this truck's a bitch to work on. Everything is heavy duty, big, giant tools. Hard to get into, but it's heavy duty, and he's going to be using it for hauling a new skid steer, and that's what it was bought for. You got everything all in perfect shape now, and it should ride like a dream. Every time that you end up changing all the steering components, it's going to need an alignment now. So every time you used to get on it before, it would make a vibratory noise. And we just stuck some rubber in between here, and then we wired up the bottom end so now it doesn't rattle on metal. So now we'll be able to gas it and it'll, take off. And we didn't know what was going on before, so now it was just a rattling noise. We'll be able to gas it and not worry that we're wrecking anything.